Recording in progress.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. कैसे हैं सब लोग? Good morning, अनिकेत, शंभवी. Good morning, मनीषा, गोपाल कृष्णन, साहिबा, अजिताभ. Good morning, बेटा. विशाल. Good morning, तलत. Good morning. So, ready for the revision and then test. Let's start the revision. So, in the last class we have started the LLP Act. So, just we are going through the provisions of LLP. And good morning, संगीता, अरबाज, ज्योति. गुड मॉर्निंग बेटे. अनिकेत कुमार मिश्रा, गुड मॉर्निंग. भूमिका, गुड मॉर्निंग. विधि वागला, गुड मॉर्निंग. पैटनेट वाला, गुड मॉर्निंग. और मिस्टर रेड्डी, गुड मॉर्निंग. वन क्वेश्चन इज फ्रॉम योर साइड दैट कैन ओपीसी विल बी पार्टनर ऑफ एलएलपी. You ask the question from yourself whether OPC is a part of the body corporate. Answer is yes, because it is registered under the Companies Act. It can be the partner. So let's start the applicability. The LLP Act is applicable from 31st March 2009 and it extends whole of India. Just a moment. Extend whole of India. Contains 81 sections and 4 schedules. Schedule 1. First schedule is concerned with mutual rights and duties. Second schedule is connected the provisions for conversion of firm into LLP. Third schedule is for conversion of private company into LLP. And the fourth schedule is for conversion of unlisted public company into LLP. Non-applicability. The Partnership Act 1932 will not be applicable for LLP. Meaning and concept of LLP, it is a new form of legal business entity having separate legal entity and limited liability of partners. Alternative corporate, it is an alternative corporate business form that gives the benefits of both LLP and the firm. Partners. Any individual or body corporate may be the partner in LLP, but not the person of unsound mind, undischarged insolvent, and the person who has applied to be declared as insolvent. There should be minimum 2 partners. One important point, if LLP carries on business for more than 6 months with only one partner, it shall be liable. He shall be liable personally for the obligation of LLP during that period. Now the important definitions. First is body corporate, a company and includes LLP, foreign company, but does not include. Which is not included? Not include corporation sole, cooperative society and any other body corporate notified by central government. Business includes every trade, profession, service, occupation, everything for the purpose of profit. Designated partner as per section 7. Entity, any entity. Important definition, in body corporate there is no partnership firm, but in the definition of entity, any body corporate includes a firm set up under Indian Partnership Act for particular sections, right? Foreign LLP, the LLP formed, incorporated or registered outside India which establish a place of business in India. Financial year of 1st April to 31st March, but if LLP incorporated after 30th September, the financial year may end on the 31st day of March of the next following the year. LLP partnership formed and registered under this act, clear. LLP agreement, this is the LLP deed. And partnership partners, any person who becomes a partner in accordance with the LLP agreement. Next, designated partners. At least 2 designated partners should be individual and at least one of them should be the resident in India. Resident in India means the person who is in India for a period of not less than 182 days during the immediately preceding 1 year. Characteristics of LLP. LLP is a body corporate perpetual succession, man may come, man may go, the LLP will go forever. Separate legal entity, limited liability, mutual agency, LLP agreement, minimum and maximum number of partners. Minimum partners are 2, maximum no limit. Business for profit only. It is artificial legal person. It has common seal. Common seal may be or may not be. Management of business by the designated partners. Conversion into LLP, firm, company, or private company or unlisted public company can be converted into LLP. Investigation power, compromise arrangement as per the LLP Act. Foreign LLP can be the partner of LLP, and documents should be e-filed in the portal of MCA. What are the advantages? It is easy to form. LLP agreement can be customized, operate on the basis of agreement, no minimum capital requirement, less compliance and tax burden. Flexibility, capital may be increased as per requirement. Limited liability of partners but not the LLP. Liability of LLP is unlimited, but liability of partners is limited up to the amount of their contribution. Dissolution procedure are very much easy. Okay, this is the first part what we have studied in the last class. Incorporation. Next point था हमारा incorporation. There must be 2 or more persons. Filing of document with registrar with the prescribed fees, and there should be a compliance statement that should be signed by advocate, any CS or CA or CWA who is involved in the incorporation or registration of the LLP, plus one person who has subscribed the name. And the compliance statement will give the declaration that all the requirements of the company of the LLP has been fulfilled. Contents of incorporation documents. What are the contents? Name, proposed business, address of LLP, name, address of each of the partners and designated partners. Other prescribed information as per the LLP Act. And after that, the registrar of the LLP will issue the certificate of incorporation within 14 days of submission of document. Registered office and changes. Every LLP shall have a registered office. A document may be served by sending it by post at the registered office and any other address specifically declared for communication in the application form. In case of change of place of his registered office, notice shall be filed to the registrar. If any contravention in filing the change of a place of registered address, the LLP and every partner is liable to fine of 2,000 to 25,000. Minimum fine 2,000 and maximum fine is 25. Name. Use of LLP or limited liability at the end of the name of the LLP. No LLP registration by name, which in the opinion of central government is undesirable or identical or too nearly resemble to any other partnership firm, LLP, body corporate or registered trademark or a applied trademark. Reservation of name. The central government may give the reservation of name for 3 months after the submission of fees. Central government may also give the direction. If the LLP fails to comply with the direction on this matter, the penalty or fine is 10,000 to 5 lakh on LLP and 10,000 to 1 lakh on the designated partner. What are the steps of incorporation of LLP? Reservation of name of LLP. That is form number form number 1. Form number 2 for incorporation of new LLP and execution of LLP agreement and filing of to register within 30 days of incorporation. So this was the summary what we have studied in the last class. Now the time for self-assessment test. Good morning, Jyoti, Mr. Reddy. Good morning, Ujjain, Kusum, Yatiraj, Sahiba, Sridhar, Abhinav. Good morning, beta. Good morning, Sarvesh, Mayur, Jaspreet. Good morning, beta. Arbaz, good morning. Vanshika, sir, compliance statement to be filed मॉड्यूल से एक्सप्लेन कर दीजिए बेटा. आई विल ट्राई कि मैं अभी मॉडल बीच में ले लूं, बट अभी इस पर क्लियर है अपने को. उसके बाद ध्रुव, गुड मॉर्निंग. प्रीति, गुड मॉर्निंग. Saiba is asking in LLP there should be 2 designated partner and 1 must be resident of India. Yes, Peter, I have told you. So let's start for the self-assessment test. Please prepare this sheet on your notebook. First question. No, remember दामोदर भाई से हम रिक्वेस्ट करेंगे कि भैया प्लीज आप सही आंसर दीजिएगा. Start. The LLP bill was passed by the parliament on 9 January 2007, 12 December 2008, 31st March 2009, none of the above. You need not to send your answers, you have to check yourself. The answer is, Damodar Bhai, please give the answers. 12 December 2008. Next. Which schedule of LLP Act 2008 deals with the conversion of private company into LLP? Private company into LLP. I think this answer is known to everyone. The answer is third schedule. Next. Indian Partnership Act 1932 applicable to LLP. True or false? The answer is B. It is false. Indian Partnership Act 1932 will not be applicable to LLP. Next. In case of LLP, the liability is limited of LLP, partners, both, none of the above. The answer is the liability is limited of partners only in case of LLP. Next. In case of death of all the partners, the existence of LLP comes to end. This statement is true or false? This statement is false because LLP has the perpetual succession. Okay? It does not affect it with the death of the partner or even all the partners. What is the maximum limit of number of partners in LLP? 20, 50, 100 with no limit. मुझे लग रहा है इसमें है ना प्रिंटिंग जो ऊपर हेडिंग को इग्नोर कर देना बच्चों, ये हेडिंग कंटिंजेंट कॉस्टिंग हो गया है, बट क्वेश्चंस आर फ्रॉम एलएलपी. इट इज अ प्रिंटिंग मिस्टेक. Then I will send you this sheet in PDF that will be corrected. So answer is no limit. Next. What is the minimum required capital for formation of LLP? 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 5 lakh, no such requirement. The answer is there is no minimum requirement for the capital in case of LLP. LLP can be formed for profit or charitable purpose. Yes. No. LLP can be formed for profit only. No. LLP can be formed for charitable purpose only. None of the above. The right answer is beta Damodar bhai. No, LLP can be formed only for profits only, profit purpose, right? Administration authority in case of LLP is administration authority, not regulating. Registrar of funds, registrar of companies, both none of the above. Administration authority. First slide, the answer is registrar of companies. Last question. Having common seal is mandatory. True or false? There is no mandatory provision for common seal in the LLP. The answer is false. So, Shiva is asking, sir, in LLP, there should be 2 designated partner. One must be resident of India. Yes, beta. Good morning, Mansi. Manitha, good morning, beta. Good morning, Miss Bala. Nikhil is asking, sir, can a person become a partner of normal partnership and LLP simultaneously? Yes. In both establishment, it can be the partner. He can be the partner. मिस्टर पारस इज आस्किंग सर दिसंबर रिजल्ट का डर लग रहा है. अरे डर के आगे जीते बेटा, डोंट वरी. गुड मॉर्निंग कीर्थाना. सम्यक गुड मॉर्निंग. सम्यक जैन. एंड जागृति इज सेइंग सर वेलकम बैक दामोदर भाई आफ्टर सो मेनी डेज. थैंक यू बेटा. दामोदर भाई थैंक यू बोल रहे हैं आपको. Manoj saying, sir, my all answers are correct. Good, congratulations. Karishma, congratulations. Shambhavi, congratulations, beta. Priyanka, congratulations. Bhumika, congratulations, beta. Jasprit, congratulations. Miss Bala Sanjana Lakshmi, congratulations, beta. प्रियंका कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशन. सम्यक कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशन. ठीक है, तो अब स्टार्ट करते हैं अपने टॉपिक को. जहां से हमने कल खत्म किया था उसके आगे से. नाउ द टॉपिक इज पार्टनर्स एंड देयर रिलेशंस. ओके. The first topic is eligibility to be partners, section 22. So section 22 says, on the incorporation of LLP, the person who subscribe their names to the incorporation document shall be its first partners. and any other person may become a partner of LLP by or in accordance with the LLP agreement. Actually, remember what we have discussed, that at the time of incorporation, there should be at least 2 or more names to be given for the incorporation of LLP. So after the incorporation, they become the first partners, and after them, so any other partner should be added to be added as per the agreement of LLP, or we can say as per the LLP deed, right? Relationship of partners. Relationship of partners, section 23, mutual rights and duties of LLP and its partners. Duties and of LLP and its partners shall be governed by LLP agreement between the partners or between LLP and its partner as per the deed. So what is mentioned in the deed, that should be applied to LLP, right? So LLP agreement and any changes in that agreement to be filed with the registrar in the prescribed form, in the prescribed manner, and with the prescribed fees. Clear? If there is something change in the agreement, that should be informed to ROC, Register of Companies, as per the prescribed manner with prescribed fees. Very simple. Third point. Relationship of partners में third point beta, just a moment. Agreement in writing made before incorporation. Listen, agreement in writing but made before the incorporation of LLP between persons who subscribe their name to the incorporation document may impose obligation on LLP, provided such agreement is ratified by all the partners after the incorporation of LLP. Ratified means confirmed. So this provision say, if there is something agreed between the first partners before the incorporation, if agreement is made before the incorporation of LLP, will not be applicable to LLP, because at the time of the agreement was doing, there is no LLP. So it will not be applicable to LLP, but can be applicable to LLP if all the partners confirm for adoption of that agreement. Say, for example, let's say if A and B become the first partners in LLP, right? And A and B decided before the incorporation of LLP that A will give his building on rent for a registered office, right? A and B are first partners, and they have decided before the incorporation of LLP that after the incorporation, A will give his property as registered office for LLP on rent. This agreement was made before incorporation of LLP, but after the incorporation of LLP, this agreement will be applicable on LLP only if all the partners A, B, and even if let's say C is also added. So all the three partners are ready to confirm that agreement, then that will be applicable to LLP. Otherwise, LLP is not liable to accept this agreement between A and B. Clear? भाई जिस समय एग्रीमेंट हुआ उसमें LLP दुनिया में थी ही नहीं, तो LLP लाइबल ही नहीं है. They are called pre-incorporation contracts. ठीक है. Fourth point, in the absence of agreement as to any matter, the mutual rights and duties of the partners and the mutual rights and duties of LLP and the partners shall be determined by the provisions of first schedule. If there is no written agreement between the partners and the LLP, then matter to be decided by the LLP first schedule. Simple funda. If there is specific provisions of specific agreement for particular point, that will be decided as per the agreement. If there is no such agreement, that will be decided by the first schedule. Okay. Any query at this point, beta? I'm just checking. Mr. Sarvesh, Administration Authority, beta, means who will look after the provisions. अर्नम सर लॉ में थोड़ा कंफ्यूजन हो रहा है बेटा. लॉ इज वेरी इजी. जस्ट टू गो इनसाइड द लॉ, you will get everything. Sameer, sir, it's very nice technique of taking a test with the help of Damodar bhai. Thank you, Damodar bhai. Thank you, beta, on behalf of Damodar bhai. दीपक, हेलो बेटा. तो आगे बढ़ते हैं. क्लियर इतनी बात कि if agreement is made before the incorporation of LLP, that will be applicable to LLP only if all the partners after the incorporation of LLP are agree for that contract or agreement, right? Sir, LLP agreement should be written, definitely yes. Sir, is the agreement should be registered anywhere before the applicability? LLP agreement should be submitted to ROC, registrar. Clear beta? Mohammed Ali beta, point number 3, I think now it is clear that if there is any agreement before the LLP, अगर LLP incorporation हुई नहीं है, उससे पहले कोई agreement है, तो agreement LLP पे जब भी applicable होगा जब सारे partner LLP का उस agreement को accept करने को तैयार, right? अगर मान लीजिए इसी केस में जैसे मैंने बताया था आप लोगों को कि A और B में एक agreement होता है before the incorporation, A and B are going to be first partner, कि सब आफ्टर द इनकॉर्पोरेशन ए अपनी प्रॉपर्टी दे देगा रेंट पर फॉर रजिस्टर्ड ऑफिस. तो ये एग्रीमेंट ए और बी के बीच में हुआ. एलएलपी तो थी नहीं उस समय. अब ये एग्रीमेंट एलएलपी पे जब भी एप्लीकेबल होगा कि जब एलएलपी इनकॉर्पोरेट हो जाएगी और उसके सारे पार्टनर इस एग्रीमेंट को अडॉप्ट कर लेंगे, बिकॉज दीज कॉन्ट्रैक्ट्स आर कॉल्ड प्री इनकॉर्पोरेशन कॉन्ट्रैक्ट, राइट? और फोर्थ पॉइंट कहता है कि इफ देयर इज समथिंग मिसिंग इन द एग्रीमेंट, द प्रोविजन ऑफ फर्स्ट शेड्यूल विल बी एप्लीकेबल. सिंपल. नेक्स्ट पॉइंट, सेसेशन ऑफ पार्टनरशिप इंटरेस्ट. सेशन मतलब एंड. अ पर्सन में सीज टू बी अ पार्टनर ऑफ एलएलपी इन अकॉर्डेंस विद द एग्रीमेंट by giving a notice in writing of not less than 30 days to the other partners of his intention to resign as a partner. Very simple provision. The partner who want to give the resignation, who want to be separate from the LLP, he should give the notice in writing of at least 30 days before the date of resignation to other partners about his intention to get the resignation. Okay. And he should also follow the provisions of LLP agreement if there are something in the agreement. Let's say if agreement is, it is mentioned that if in the LLP agreement it is mentioned that if any partner want to give the resignation, he should give the notice of at least 60 days. Then 30 days will not be applicable. 60 days provision will be applicable. Right? क्या कह रहा हूं मैं कि अगर कोई पार्टनर रेजिग्नेशन देना चाहता है फर्म से, तो उसे कम से कम 30 दिन का नोटिस देना पड़ेगा और एग्री में पार्टनरशिप जो डीड है, एलएलपी डीड है, उसके प्रोविजन फॉलो करना पड़ेगा. लेट्स से कि एलएलपी एग्रीमेंट में लिखा हुआ है कि नोटिस 30 दिन का नहीं, कम से कम 60 दिन का होना चाहिए. देन पार्टनर हैव टू फॉलो द एग्रीमेंट, उसे 60 डेज का नोटिस देना पड़ेगा. पर्सन शेल सीज टू बी ए पार्टनर ऑफ एलएलपी व्हेन ऑन द डेथ और डिसोल्यूशन ऑफ एलएलपी, डेथ ऑफ पार्टनर और डिसोल्यूशन ऑफ एलएलपी, देयर विल बी end of the partnership. If he is declared to be unsound mind because it is the incapability, and he has applied to be adjudged as insolvent or declared as insolvent, whether he has applied or decision taken by the court that he is insolvent, in those cases he cannot be a partner anymore. Right? A Mansi session means end, beta. If LLP agreement is expressed, not written, is it possible? Shiva beta, LLP agreement should be written. Everything should be written. What is Shiva is also asking, sir, what is the mean by 30 days notice? 30 days notice means if I want to get the resignation from let's say 1st March, so I have to give the notice up to 30 days before. Let's say 30th January. So I have to give the notice of on 30th January that I will be retired or I will be separate from the firm from the date of first month. At least 30 days before, he has to inform the partners that he is going to be separate from the firm. Clear? Next point, important. Third point is important. Former partner is to be regarded still being partner of LLP unless a notice has been delivered to the registrar by former partner or LLP. It is important, this line. Bete, until the information is given to ROC, partner will still be liable to third parties. And who will give the notice? Either LLP or former partner. If LLP does not give the notice to the ROC that particular partner has given his resignation, then partner should also give. भाई अगर जब तक फॉर्मर पार्टनर की इंफॉर्मेशन आरओसी में नहीं जाएगी कि वो रिटायर हो चुका है, तब तक बाहर वालों के लिए वो स्टिल लायबल रहेगा एज ए नॉर्मल पार्टनर. क्लियर? एंड हु विल गिव द नोटिस? आइदर एलएलपी और फॉर्मर पार्टनर, दोनों में से कोई भी दे सकता है. Important point fourth again, listen. Even after the cessation of a partner from LLP, partner will still be liable for obligation which he incurred while being a partner. It means, let's say Mr. A gives the resignation with effect from 1st March 2022, then up to the 28th February, he will be liable for the acts done up to the 28th February. He will be liable as a partner. अगर एक पार्टनर 1 मार्च को रिटायर भी हो जाता है तो 28 फरवरी तक जितने भी काम होंगे उसके लिए वो लायबिलिटी रहेगी उसकी, उसे वो रिटायरमेंट के बाद भी लायबल रहेगा. अगर कोई लॉस होता है उन केसेस में 28 फरवरी तक के केसेस में, तो इसको लॉस को पूरा करना पड़ेगा. क्लियर? Sir, Sanyam Jain is asking, sir, if the person ceases to be a partner, then will the partnership dissolve? No, beta. LLP is have perpetual succession. कोई even सारे पार्टनर डेथ हो जाती है, छोड़ चले जाते हैं, तब भी LLP खत्म नहीं होगी. Adjudged, Priyanka is asking, adjudged means judicial declaration. Yes, beta. Sarvesh Kode, if the resignation is not accepted by all the partners, but there is no, in case of resignation, the provisions or words of agreement will be applicable. यहाँ partners की permission नहीं चाहिए. Ankit, I have already told session means end, right? Next point, where a partner of LLP, listen, where a partner of LLP ceases to be a partner, the former partner, now he becomes the former partner, he is not the partner in the firm, now he becomes the former partner, or person entitled to his share in consequence of death. It means, let's say, if on 1st March, partner gives the resignation, so he becomes the former partner. Or in case on 1st March the partner is died, then legal heir consent will be there. So a person is entitled to his share in the consequence of his death, or in case of insolvency, official assignee of the former partner shall be entitled to receive. मतलब अगर कोई पार्टनर छोड़ के जाता है या उसकी डेथ हो जाती है या वो इंसॉल्वेंट हो जाता है, जो छोड़ जाता है वो पार्टनर डेथ के केस में लीगल है और इंसॉल्वेंसी केस में उसके ऑफिशियल असाइनी. ऑफिशियल असाइनी, हु इज ऑफिशियल असाइनी? ऑफिशियल असाइनी इज डिसाइडेड बाय द कोर्ट, हु विल हैव द रिस्पांसिबिलिटी टू डिस्पोज द असेट्स ऑफ द इंसॉल्वेंट एंड टू पे ऑफ द लायबिलिटीज. ऑफिशियल असाइनी वो होता है जो कोर्ट से अपॉइंट किया जाता है, वो क्या करता है, जो इंसॉल्वेंट पर्सन उस सारी एसेट्स को लेता है, उन्हें बेचता है और जो उसकी लायबिलिटी है उन्हें पे ऑफ करता है. इज कॉल्ड ऑफिशियल असाइन. तो व्हाट दे विल गेट एन अमाउंट. इंपॉर्टेंट क्वेश्चन प्लीज. An amount equal to the capital contribution of the former partner actually made and his right to share in the accumulated profit of LLP after the reduction of losses determined as the date of former partner ceased to be a partner. Means at the date when he ceased to be a partner, let's say 1st March. तो 1st मार्च तक उसका जितना कैपिटल कंट्रीब्यूशन है प्लस जितने प्रॉफिट है उन सब पे अधिकार उसका होगा. अगर उसकी डेथ हो जाती है तो उसके लीगल हेयर का अधिकार होगा. अगर इंसॉल्वेंट हो जाता है तो उसके ऑफिशियल असाइनी का होगा. तो व्हाट आई एम सेइंग कि इन केस ऑफ सेसेशन ऑफ पार्टनरशिप और लेट्स से इन 1st मार्च, तो अप टू द 1st मार्च he will get his capital contribution and accumulated profit, total profit, net of losses, right? I think it is clear. Karishma is saying, sir, it is necessary to have written agreement. Yes, definitely. Priyanka is asking one thing. Actually, sir, if a partner will give public notice for resignation, then where will be the net notice will be published so that public will not be able to know about his resignation. But a notice should be given to ROC only. There is no public notice concept. Point number 4 I have discussed बेटे. देखिए पॉइंट ज्योति इज आस्किंग सर पॉइंट नंबर 4. पॉइंट नंबर 4 में बेटा क्या है कि अगर 1 मार्च को रिटायर हो रहा है तो 28 फरवरी तक जितने भी काम है तो वो उसके लायबल होगा एज ए पार्टनर इवन आफ्टर द डेट ऑफ रेजिग्नेशन. रिटायरमेंट हो गया घर बैठा, लेकिन 28 तक जो था ना वो पार्टनर, 28 फरवरी तक पार्टनर था, तो उसमें जितने भी काम होंगे उसके लिए वो लायबल होगा. भूमिका इज आस्किंग, sir, if partner gives notice of retirement from the firm, so will he still liable for any act done by him before retirement? Yes, definitely. What I'm saying, if he's given the notice of resignation from with effect from 1st March, so up to 28th February, he will be liable for all the acts as a partner. Sir, what if the partner did not give a resignation letter and has died? Listen, in case of death, partner cannot give the notice. So it is a duty of LLP. Even that, even that the LLP does not give the notice, the partner will not be liable. Because ये दुनिया में नहीं है तो liable कैसे होगा? Clear? Shiva is saying, sir, crystal clear. Thank you, beta. Clear. Samir. Sir, suppose my partnership firm is registered under LLP Act. Good. Then the agreement may be made under my guidance or according to LLP Act. No. If the LLP agreement is decided mutual consent of partners, right? If something is missing in that agreement, then first schedule will be applicable. Okay, but a normal provision should be there. The business should be legal, right? Name should be as per the LLP Act. So that should be the provision. Next point, section 24. A former partner or person entitled to his share in consequence of death or insolvency of the former partner shall not have any right to interfere in the management of the LLP. Simple enough for that. If once you have retired, you have no right to interfere in the management of the LLP. Neither former partner nor of legal heir of the deceased person nor ऑफिशियल असाइनी ऑफ द इंसॉल्वेंट. ठीक है. आगे बढ़ते हैं बच्चों. Registration of changes in the partner, section 25. What it says? Every partner shall inform LLP of any change in his name or address within 15 days. Listen, 15 days restriction for partners. If there is any change in the name of partner or in his address, he has to inform. किसे inform करना है? LLP को. He need not to inform ROC. He need not to inform. He just give the letter to LLP that my name or address, as the case may be, has been changed within 15 days of change. Right? Now LLP, where a person becomes or ceases to be a partner, becomes means new partner, ceases matlab retirement, file a notice with ROC within 30 days from the date he becomes or ceases to be a partner, and where there is any change in the name or address of partner, file a notice with ROC within 30 days. Means if there is change in the name and address of the partner will inform within 15 days. Within 15 days to LLP, and LLP will inform to ROC within 30 days from the date of such change. Right? Such change means, let's say the change in the address of a partner is on 1st March 2022. Then partner has to inform up to 15th March and LLP has to inform up to 30th March. Clear? Within 30 days from the change. Change is on 1st. Within 30 days. Clear? So in case of partner, 15 days. In case of LLP, 30 days. Priyanka is asking, sir, if a partner dies after giving the notice of retirement, but before the date he was specified in the notice, what will be the practice then? I'm not getting. A second. If a partner dies after giving the notice of retirement, okay, but before the date he was specified in the notice, what will be the practice? Let's say a partner gives the notice on 1st February that he will retire from the firm on 1st March, and by the chance he dies on 15th February. So date of cessation will be 15th February. The notice will be in that. कोई यूज ही नहीं रहेगा उस नोटिस का जब वो डेथ हो गई उसकी, तो डेथ वाले प्रोविजन एप्लीकेबल हो जाएगा. क्लियर बेटे? संकेत इज सेइंग फॉर्मर पार्टनर मतलब बेटे जो रिटायर हो गया या जो चला गया दुनिया से, जो पार्टनर नहीं है. क्लियर? Notice filed with the ROC under subsection 2. What is subsection 2? This is subsection 2. Notice of by LLP to ROC about the change of partner or change of address in the partner. क्या कहता है? Shall be in such form and accompanied by such fees as may be prescribed, signed by the designated partners of LLP and authenticated in the prescribed manner, and if relates to incoming partner. It's only for this point is only for incoming partner. Shall contain a statement by such partner that he consent to becoming a partner signed by him. The additional information by if you are saying LLP is saying that Mr. So and so is coming in the firm as a partner, so you have to LLP has to give the consent of that partner. Otherwise क्या होगा ना, LLP कहेगी सर मिस्टर मुकेश अंबानी इज गोइंग टू बी पार्टनर इन आवर फर्म. और ये पहले मुकेश अंबानी से तो पूछो. First you ask Mr. Mukesh Ambani whether he is ready to or not. ठीक है? So in case of incoming partner, additional statement, that is consent of incoming partner, should also be submitted to ROC. Clear? Time 30 days. Remember? Nikhil is asking, sir, what is the difference between 1 and 2 point? Point number 1 is saying the information of change by partner to LLP. And point number 2 is saying the information by LLP to ROC. क्लियर? 1 में हम बात कर रहे हैं कि पार्टनर LLP को इन्फॉर्म करेगा, और 2 में हम बात कर रहे हैं क्या कि LLP ROC को इन्फॉर्म करेगी. क्लियर? Miss Vanshika is saying, sir, legal here is liable for the act done by ceased partner. देखिए, एक बात याद रखिए, ये कॉमन लॉ है. It is a common law. If someone is getting from the deceased person, legal here, let's say, suppose legal here is getting 1 crore rupees from the as a asset, as a estate of deceased person, and the liabilities are 1 crore 10 lakh, then legal here is liable up to the estate. This is a common law, we have already discussed. अगर एक आदमी को लीगल हेयर को 1 करोड़ रुपए मिल रहा है संपत्ति में, और लाइबिलिटी जिससे मिल रहा है उसकी 1 करोड़ 10 लाख की है, तो लाइबिलिटी उसकी कितनी रहेगी? अप टू द एस्टेट, यानी 1 करोड़ तक. तो 1 करोड़ तक लाइबल रहेगा. क्लियर इतनी बात? ज्योति क्लियर बेटा? ओके, आगे बढ़ते हैं. 4th पॉइंट, इफ LLP contravenes in the provision of subsection 2. What is subsection 2? Subsection 2 says information of change by LLP to ROC, then designated partner shall be LLP and designated partner both. Please mark कीजिए, LLP and every designated partner both punishable with 2,000 to 25,000. 2,000 minimum penalty, 25,000 maximum penalty. If any partner, for point number 1, partner does not inform within 15 days, then he will be fined 2,000 to 25. Clear? It means in section 25, the penalty is for 2,000 to 25,000. Right? आगे बढ़ते हैं. Person who ceases to be a partner of LLP. A person who ceases to be a partner of LLP may himself file with the registrar the notice referred to in subsection 3 if he has reasonable cause to believe that LLP may not file the notice with the registrar, and registrar shall obtain a confirmation to this effect from LLP unless the LLP has also filed such notice. However, where no confirmation is given by LLP within 15 days, the registrar shall register the notice made by a person ceasing to be a partner under this section. So what section 25 point number 6 says? Okay, let's see, discuss. What we have discussed, in case of cessation of partnership, the person, that is partner or LLP, both can give the notice to ROC. The first duty is of LLP. But if a person thinking, or retiring partner thinking that the LLP is not going to give the notice, then in this case, the partner can give the notice to ROC. But in this case, the ROC will inform LLP that ROC has received a notice from LLP, from partner about the resignation, whether you will confirm or not. अगर पार्टनर जो रिटायर हो रहा है उसे लगता है यार ये LLP तो इन्फॉर्म नहीं करेगी, भाई LLP इन्फॉर्म नहीं कर रही है ROC को और मेरी लायबिलिटी बढ़ती जाएगी, तो वो खुद भी कर सकता है इन्फॉर्म. बट इन दैट केस ROC पहले कंफर्म कराएगी LLP से कि भाई ये नोटिस आया है पार्टनर से रिटायरमेंट का, आप कंफर्म कर रहे हो क्या, कोई दिक्कत तो नहीं है. लेकिन LLP उसका रिप्लाई नहीं करती है विद इन 15 डेज. इट मींस ROC विल वेट फॉर 15 डेज. तो 15 से कोई रिप्लाई नहीं करती है तो ROC इस नोटिस को सही मान लेगा और पार्टनर का रेजिग्नेशन या सेसेशन को नोट कर लेगा एंड द पार्टनर विल बी रिलीज्ड. क्लियर? अगर 15 दिन तक ROC को इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं आती LLP से तो ROC क्या करेगा, उस नोटिस को कंफर्म मान के रजिस्टर करेगा. ठीक है. समीर इज सेइंग सर नेम एंड एड्रेस के अलावा कुछ और चेंज होता है तो LLP को बताना पड़ेगा क्या? बेटे समीर, जब हम इनकॉर्पोरेशन डॉक्यूमेंट सबमिट कर रहे थे उस वक्त हमने यही तो दिया था पार्टनर के बारे में, नेम एंड एड्रेस. तो अगर वही चेंज होगा तो वही इन्फॉर्म करना है बस, अदरवाइज उसकी शादी हो गई, नहीं हुई, बच्चे हो गए, वो उसको इन्फॉर्म नहीं करना, ठीक है। कॉन्ट्रावेंस मीन्स उसमें क्रॉस करना, उसको पूरा नहीं करना. Manisha is asking, sir, how will LLP inform ROC by filing form? प्रेस्क्राइब फॉर्म को फाइल करना है, उससे आरओसी को इन्फॉर्म करेगा, उसके लिए प्रेस्क्राइब फॉर्म है, राइट. Extent and liability, limitation of liability of LLP and partner, section 26. A partner as agent, section 26. Important point once again. Every partner of LLP is, for the purpose of business of LLP, is agent of LLP, not other partners. Actually, in case of partnership 1932, Partnership Act 1932, a partner is agent of firm and also the other partners, but not such in case of LLP. In case of LLP, a partner is agent of LLP, not of the other partners. Means the other partner will not be liable for the acts of any partner. Clear? Section 27, extent of liability of LLP. LLP is not bound by anything by partner in dealing with the person, third person. In what conditions? Not bound, but should be two conditions, in two conditions only. If partner has no authority to act for the LLP doing a particular act and the person knows that he has no authority or does not believe, actually this ignore this line, this two, please ignore these two words, or does not believe him to be a partner of LLP. क्या कह रहा है इसमें? LLP is not liable for the acts of partner in respect of third person if partner has no authority and the person who is dealing with the partner have any idea about that the person has no authority. Let's say if a partner is not authorized to take loan on behalf of the LLP, if a partner is not authorized to take the loan on behalf of LLP, even that he is taking loan from, let's say, Mr. X, and Mr. X has the idea that partner has no authority to take the loan and Mr. X is giving the loan to partner, then LLP will not lie. क्या कहा मैंने बेटे कि अगर मान लीजिए किसी काम की अथॉरिटी नहीं है पार्टनर को और वो डील कर रहा है और जिससे डील कर रहा है उसे पता है कि पार्टनर इज नॉट ऑथोराइज, इन दैट केस उस एक्ट के लिए एलएलपी लायबल नहीं. क्लियर? अभी क्या क्वेरी आई बच्चों की? फिर मैं आपके साथ साथ कर ही ले रहा हूं ताकि कोई कंफ्यूजन ना रह जाए बच्चों. सर जो 15 वंशिका इज आस्किंग, सर जो 15 डेज वो वेट करेंगे तो 15 दिन में जो लायबिलिटी रहेगी वो 30 पार्टनर लायबल होगा? नहीं बेटे, एक्चुअली सपोज लेट्स से द पार्टनर इज गिव द रेजिग्नेशन विद इफेक्ट फ्रॉम 1st March, so he has the time to next 15 days to inform, right? Or he has informed, so he is liable up to the 1st March. He is not liable for the next 15 days. Priyanka, if the LLP denies the resignation of partner, then what will be the next step? Suppose the Priyanka is asking, suppose sir, ROC has informed LLP about the resignation of partner and LLP denied, then the case should be given the and court will decide who is the right person. Clear? श्याम बिहारी सर लाइव क्लियर नहीं दिख रहा है बेटा, हो सकता है इट मे बी पॉसिबल फ्रॉम योर नेटवर्क प्रॉब्लम ऑन योर पॉइंट. ठीक है, प्लीज चेक कर लीजिए बच्चों. नेक्स्ट, एक्सटेंट ऑफ लायबिलिटी ऑफ एलएलपी सेक्शन 27 का सेकंड पॉइंट. LLP is liable if a partner of LLP is liable to any person as a result of wrongful act or omission on his part in the course of business. In the course of business or with its authority. It means the LLP is liable for the acts of partner even wrong, but if the partner is authorized or having done in the course of business, then LLP will be liable. Okay. Obligation of LLP, whether arising in contra otherwise, shall be solely the obligation of LLP. It means the liability of LLP is only for the liability of LLP. Partners will not be liable. The liability of LLP shall be met out only out of the property of LLP. LLP की प्रॉपर्टी से मैट होगा, पार्टनर्स की पर्सनल प्रॉपर्टी लायबल नहीं होगी, जैसा कि पार्टनरशिप एक्ट में. क्लियर? Extent of liability, section 28. A partner is not personally liable. Is not personally liable for the obligation of LLP. We have discussed. Partner is personally liable. Please listen. फर्स्ट पॉइंट में नहीं लाइबल थे, इसमें लाइबल है फॉर हिज रॉन्गफुल एक्ट और ओमिशन, बट ए पार्टनर शैल नॉट बी पर्सनली लाइबल फॉर एनी अदर पार्टनर. लेट्स से मिस्टर एक्स इज एक्स वाई आर द पार्टनर्स इन एलएलपी. मान लेते हैं कि एक्स और वाई दो पार्टनर है एलएलपी में, एंड द एलएलपी इज लाइबल फॉर द रॉन्गफुल एक्ट डन बाय एनी पार्टनर, लेट्स से मिस्टर एक्स. ठीक है, but Y will not be liable. Only X will be liable. And LLP has to solve the problem. Let's say Mr. X has done anything wrong due to which third party have suffered some loss. So LLP has to bear the loss, but LLP can claim from the Mr. X. क्या हुआ कि LLP ने अथॉरिटी दी और X को किसी से पेमेंट लेने के लिए, और X जब पेमेंट लेने गया तो उसने यूज नहीं किया या उसने कुछ ऐसा काम किया जिससे पेमेंट लेना था, उससे कुछ लॉस हो गया और उसने क्लेम कर दिया एलएलपी पे. एलएलपी लायबल होगी, बट क्योंकि लॉस गलती से हुआ एक्स की से, एलएलपी एक्स से क्लेम कर सकती है, बट इस केस में कहीं भी दूसरा पार्टनर वाई लायबल नहीं होगा. दोबारा बोलता हूं बच्चों में, सपोज दो पार्टनर है एक्स एंड वाई, राइट. एक्स ने कुछ रॉन्गफुल एक्ट किया ड्यूरिंग द कोर्स ऑफ बिजनेस. उसके लिए कौन लायबल होगा? एलएलपी लायबल होगी. थर्ड पार्टी एलएलपी से क्लेम कर सकती है. अब क्योंकि रॉन्गफुल एक्ट एक्स का था तो एलएलपी एक्स से क्लेम करेगी, बट इस पूरे प्रोसीजर में कहीं भी वाई लायबल नहीं होगा. क्लियर? क्या क्वेरी है बच्चों आपकी? और देखते हैं. इफ ए थर्ड पार्टी, वरुण इज सेइंग, गुड क्वेश्चन. Varun is saying if a third party is not known regarding authority of partner, then what shall be done? Actually, if third party has no idea about that, if the person has no authority, the partner has no authority, then in that case he can claim, he has to prove that he has no idea, and he can claim from LLP, and LLP will claim from the partner. निखिल कह रहे हैं सर थर्ड पर्सन झूठ भी तो बोल सकता है. वही मैं कह रहा हूं कि थर्ड पार्टी हैज टू प्रूव इन द कोर्ट. सेक्शन 27, बाला संजना लक्ष्मी. Section 27, beta, what Section 27 says? Beta, Section 27 says LLP will not be liable for the acts of third partner if they are not with the authority or third person has the idea. Clear इतनी बात? Pragati is saying, what if the other person does not know? Yeah, discuss beta. सर्वेश सर, जो थर्ड पार्टी डील करती है अकॉर्डिंग टू सेक्शन 27 पार्टनर के साथ, वो कॉन्ट्रैक्ट कैंसिल कर सकती है. डेफिनेटली. वंशिका सर, एक्सटेंड मीन बेटा, एक्सटेंड मीन लिमिट है, लिमिट के अकॉर्डिंग कितनी लिमिट है. भूमिका, हाँ, भूमिका सेइंग सर लेट्स से थर्ड पार्टी इज अनअवेयर अबाउट द अथॉरिटी ऑफ पार्टनर, सो फर्म विल बी लायबल. यस, इन दैट केस थर्ड पार्टी हैज टू प्रूव दैट he has no idea about the authority, and in that case LLP will be liable and LLP can claim from the partner. Sir, Sanyam is asking, sir, what is the meaning of normal course of business? Normal course of business, matlab what the normal business is doing in the LLP. Jasprit is asking, sir, where I can find revision test paper of business law from the website of ICAI.org. And Priyanka, sir, can we take 5 minutes break? Just wait. थोड़ा सा रुक जाओ बच्चे, अभी मैं फर्स्ट हमारा सुपर ओवर हो जाए उसके बाद ब्रेक, ठीक है? होल्डिंग आउट, important again. Section 29, any person, let's say first person, who by words or spoken or written or by conduct, by what? Words spoken, written or by conduct, represent himself or knowingly permit himself to be represented to be partner in LLP is liable to any person who has on the faith of such representation given credit to the LLP. What is saying? Is if any person represent himself that he is partner of particular LLP and third party believes that he is partner of LLP and gives the credit to LLP, something gives the LLP, then this partner will be liable. Let's say Mr. X says, I am the partner of ABC LLP, I am the partner of ABC LLP. Mr. X कह रहे हैं कि भाई मैं तो पार्टनर हूं LLP का, ABC LLP का, और मिस्टर जेड ये बिलीव कर लेते हैं और इस बिलीव पर वो माल बेच देते हैं किसको? LLP को. तो इसमें X इवन पार्टनर नहीं है फिर भी लाइबल होता है, ठीक है? बट इंपॉर्टेंट, however, where any credit is received by the LLP as a result of such representation, LLP shall be liable to the extent of credit received by it. Credit कह सकते हैं benefit. If let's say Mr. Z has sold some goods to LLP, then LLP will be liable to pay the amount. If LLP accept that point, मतलब अगर LLP को कोई benefit मिल रहा है तो LLP उसकी liable होगी. Where after the partners that the business is continued in the same LLP, where after the partners that the business is continued in the same LLP, the legal representative or estate shall not be liable for any act of the LLP done after the death of partner. वेरी सिंपल भैया, जब डेथ हो जाएगी उसके बाद में जो भी होगा उसके लिए उसके लीगल हेयर लाइबल नहीं होंगे, ठीक है? Unlimited liability in case of fraud. If an act carried out by LLP or any of its partner with intent to defraud creditor, कुछ भी काम हुआ है जो क्रेडिटर को धोखा देने के उद्देश्य से हुआ है, creditors of LLP or any other person for any fraudulent purpose, the liability of LLP and partner shall be unlimited. If any act is done to defraud for the purpose of defraud the creditors, in that case the liability is unlimited. And every person who has knowingly a party to above act shall be punishable with imprisonment up to 2 years or fine 50,000 से 5 लाख, 50,000 to 5. क्लियर? ये जनवरी 21 में क्वेश्चन आया बच्चों. वरुण इज सेइंग सर विल LLP एक्ट एंड टुडे? यस, है ही कितना सा छोटा सा एक्ट है. होल्डिंग आउट पार्टनर इज आल्सो पार्टनर बाय एस्टोपल, यू कैन से. Yatiraj is saying, sir, how much will his liability? Will it be limited or unlimited? In case of fraud, the liability is unlimited. I have already told you. So last time, this is the time for super over 3 of LLP Act. Ready? First question. A person shall cease to be a partner of LLP on his death or dissolution of LLP if he is declared to be unsound mind, he is declared to be unsound mind by a competent court, if he has applied to be adjudged as an insolvent or declared as an insolvent, or all of the above? Please give the answer. Please remember, all answers should be in one shot, not one by one. Next question. Even after cessation of a partner from LLP, the partner will not be liable for any obligation. Yes, partner will still be liable for any obligation which he incurred while being a partner. Both of the above, none of the above. Next. Where a partner of LLP ceases to be a partner, the former partner shall be entitled to receive from LLP an amount equal to the capital contribution, his right to share in the accumulated profit of the LLP, both none of the above. Next. In case of any change in the name or address of any partner, then partner shall inform LLP within 7 days, 10 days, 15 days, 30 days. Next. In case of any change in the name or address of any partner, LLP shall inform registrar within last question. In case of LLP, the partners are agent of LLP, other partners both A and B, none of the above. So before taking the before starting the answer, I'm just taking two queries from your side. First is, sir, Shiva. Shiva is asking, sir, if LLP get credit by third party with the help of holding out partner, then both should be liable for third party if there is any fraud or loss. Bitia, bilkul, you are absolutely right, Bitia. If any in case of fraud and with the knowledge of LLP and with the permission of LLP, then both partner LLP will be liable. Varun is asking, Varun is asking, sir, if any fraud is committed by partner and LLP has no notice thereof, then LLP will be liable limitedly. Definitely, but if LLP has no idea about the fraud, then it should be liable. Okay. Sir, explain. Nikhil is asking, sir, explain second point of section 30. Okay, I just checked. But before this point, we are just starting the answers of super over 3. First, person shall cease to be a partner of LLP, all of the above, right? Even after cessation of a partner from LLP, the partner will not be liable for any obligation. Yes and B. That I think C is the right answer because A or B both are correct options. Next. Where a partner of LLP ceases to be a partner, the former partner shall be entitled to receive what he will get, both contribution and profit share. In case of any change in the name or address of any partner, that partner shall inform LLP within how much time? 15 days. Next. In case of any change in the name or address of partner, LLP shall inform ROC within 30 days. Next. In case of LLP, the partners are agent of LLP, not other partners. So, who is the first person who have given all the correct answers? The name is Chetan Gedia. Congratulations. Next, Sridhar Das. Next, Shambhavi Suman. आई थिंक इसके अलावा काफी लोगों ने सही आंसर दिए हैं. सेकंड क्वेश्चन में सम कंफ्यूजन इज देयर. बेटे सेकंड क्वेश्चन में जो कंफ्यूजन है प्लीज क्लियर करो. Even after cessation of a partner from LLP, please read the line. Even after cessation of partner from LLP, partner will not be liable for any obligation. Yes. After. And but still liable for the acts when acts were done when he was a partner. So I think A and B both are correct. That's why the answer is C. ठीक है? Okay. Samyak is saying some my all answer correct. Congratulations, Samyak. ठीक है? So now this place we should have the break of 5 minutes. Then we will rejoin after 5 minutes and we will definitely complete the chapter. ठीक है? टेक्निकल में सर प्लीज ब्रेक कर दीजिए 5 मिनट का. So we are live, sir. Okay. So there is a query from Mr. Nikhil Bora. Is sir, second point of section 30. Section 30 says if the other person is liable, if any even third person is involved in such fraud, then he will be liable for imprisonment up to 2 years and liable a fine of 50,000 to 5 lakhs. Okay. So this was the point. I think it is clear. So let's start the financial disclosures. Maintenance of books of accounts and other records and audit, section 34. LLP shall maintain such prescribed books, such prescribed proper books of accounts relating to the affairs of each year of its existence on cash basis or accrual basis according to double entry system of accounting and shall maintain at the registered office for the prescribed period. And every LLP shall within 6 months from the end of the financial year, and it means financial year is ending 31st March, 6 months, that is up to 30th September, prepare a statement of accounting and solvency for the said financial year and shall be signed by designated partner of LLP. So within 6 months, the LLP has to prepare a statement of accounting, accounts and solvency and should be signed by the designated partner within 6 months, that is up to 30th September. And this statement of account and solvency shall be filed with the registrar, that is ROC, every year in prescribed form, in prescribed manner and with prescribed fees. The accounts of LLP should be audited. However, central government may exempt the class or classes of LLP from audit by giving the notification in official gazette. Right? Vanshika, I have taken with section 30, I have taken fifth point, if LLP which fails to comply with the above provision shall be punishable with fine up to from 25,000 to 5 lakhs on LLP and designated partner 10,000 to 1 lakh. LLP 25,000 से 5 लाख और पार्टनर 10,000 से 1 लाख. Right? Very simple point 1 to 3 conversion of firm into LLP as per second schedule, section 55 says, section 55(6) says, conversion of private company into LLP according to third schedule. You need not to go through the schedule, what is the given schedule, second, third and fourth. But you have to remember according to which schedule. And conversion from unlisted public company into LLP according to fourth schedule. So firm, second schedule, private company, third schedule, unlisted public company, fourth schedule. There is no provisions of conversion of listed public company into the LLP, right? Registration and effect of conversion, section 58. A registrar on satisfying that a firm or a private company or a unlisted public company has complied with the provisions of various schedules, second, third and fourth, of the provisions of Act and rules, register the documents and issue a certificate of registration stating that LLP is registered under this Act from the date specified in the certificate. When all the formalities are completed, then ROC will give the issue the certificate of LLP, and that firm, company, private company or unlisted public company will be called LLP from the date which is mentioned on the certificate. OPC will fall under schedule. But OPC is just like private company, it is following schedule number 3. LLP shall within 15 days of the date of registration inform the concerned registrar of a firm or registrar of companies, as the case may be, about the conversion of. But I think OPC should not be, because there is only one partner. No. OPC can be the partner, but OPC cannot be converted to the LLP. One is Mr. Petladwala is asking a very good question. Please listen carefully. OPC can be the partner in LLP, but OPC cannot be converted in LLP, because in OPC there is only one member, but in LLP there must be a two partners. Okay? LLP shall within 15 days of the date of registration inform the concerned registrar within 15 days of the concerned registrar, the registrar of firms, registrar of companies, that that particular firm or company has been converted into LLP. 15 दिन में LLP का जो रजिस्ट्रार बताएगा रजिस्ट्रार ऑफ कंपनीज को या रजिस्ट्रार ऑफ फर्म को कि भाई तुम्हारी कंपनी या फर्म अब LLP में कन्वर्ट हो गई. Bhumika is asking, sir, can you please guide us how to answer direct question efficiently of LLP and also Indian Contract Act? Okay, I will discuss if time permits. Registration. Upon such conversion, the partners of the firm, the shareholders of private company or unlisted public company, as the case may be, the LLP to which such firms or such company has converted, the partner of LLP shall be bound by the provisions of various schedule as the case may be applicable to them. What it's saying? When once the conversion is done, after the conversion, now the partners, yeah, in case of firm or shareholders, private company or unlisted public company, have to follow the provisions of LLP Act after the conversion. Simple stuff, right? Effect of registration. This may be the important question from your examination point of view. On and from the date of registration is specified in the certificate. Which date is specified in the certificate? That is called the date of registration. Issued under various schedule, there shall be a LLP by name specified in the certificate of registration. Any tangible, movable or immovable or intangible property vested in the firm or the company, as the case may be all assets and interest, rights, privileges, liabilities, obligations relating to the firm or the company, as the case may be, and the whole of the undertaking of the firm or the company, as the case may be, shall be transferred to and shall vest in the LLP. Very simple. Language technical हो सकती है, but concept very simple. That all the properties of the firm, company, after the conversion into LLP will be the property of the LLP. और जितनी सारी assets थी, liabilities थी, firm की या company की जो convert हुई LLP में, अब वो LLP है. Firm or the company, as the case may be, shall be deemed to be dissolved and removed from the records of registrar of firm or registrar of companies. भाई जब conversion हो गया तो वो फर्म और कंपनी तो रही नहीं ना, अब तो LLP रही, तो उनके जो रजिस्ट्रार ऑफ फर्म है वो अपने रजिस्टर में से नाम काट देगा, भैया ये फर्म नहीं है हमारे, अब ये तो LLP बन. सेम फॉर कंपनी. तो क्या बात हुई कि सब जब कन्वर्जन हो जाएगा तो LLP का नाम वो होगा जो सर्टिफिकेट में लिखा हुआ है और किस डेट से मानी जाएगी, जो डेट मेंशन है सर्टिफिकेट. दूसरा, जितनी भी प्रॉपर्टी है, लायबिलिटी है, सब चीजें किसकी बन जाएंगी, वो LLP की बन जाएंगी. और जो फर्म का नाम था पुराना या जो कंपनी का नाम था वो उनके रजिस्टर में से रिमूव हो जाएगा, क्योंकि वो अब रजिस्टर ऑफ LLP में आ गया. ठीक है. Lavish Bansal, I think you are asking the first question in the batch. Sir, what if we, due to ongoing reasons of strike, it is not possible to inform within 15 days, then what will happen? That again, if there is proper reason to not to inform within time, then you will be given the benefit. भाई अगर मेरे को ऐसी मजबूरी है, प्रॉब्लम है, तो डेफिनेटली सरकार को दुश्मन थोड़ी ना है या कोई अथॉरिटी दुश्मन थोड़ी ना है, तो आपको प्रूव करना है प्रॉब्लम थी. ही इज सेटिस्फाइड, देन ही विल अलाउ. खत्म. फॉरेन LLP क्या होती है? the LLP which is incorporated or registered outside India but having place of business in India. So central government may make rules. Central government may make rules for the provisions in relation to establishment of place of business by foreign LLP within India and carrying on their business, therein by applying or incorporating within such modification as appear appropriate, and the provisions of Companies Act 1956 or such regulatory mechanism with such composition as may be prescribed. Actually, Companies Act 1956 was applicable at the time of formation of LLP Act 2008. Now it is to Companies Act 2013. So please, in place of Companies Act 1956, you replace the Companies Act 2013. Okay. So what is the summary of this provision? That central government will make the rules to establish the place of business by foreign LLP and decide whether the provisions of Companies Act or LLP Act will be applicable to this foreign LLP or not, or up to such modification up to what limit. क्लियर भाई, ये गवर्नमेंट डिसाइड करेगी, सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट की जो फॉरेन एलएलपी है हमारे यहाँ बिजनेस लगा रही है, इस पर कौन कौन से रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशन एप्लीकेबल. ठीक है भाई. कंपनीज एक्ट 1956 लिखा हुआ आ रहा है क्योंकि जब ये एक्ट बना था उस समय कंपनीज एक्ट 1956 ही चल रहा था, पर अब क्या हो गया, चेंज हो गया 2013, तो उसको 56 को रिप्लेस कर लीजिए 2013 से, हालांकि अभी एक्ट में उस जगह पर नहीं हुआ. ठीक है. वाइंडिंग अप, एंड ऑफ द बिजनेस. ये क्वेश्चन आया है बेटे नवंबर 20 में. द सर्कमस्टांसेस इन विच एलएलपी मे बी बाउंड अप बाय द ट्रिब्यूनल. वाइंडिंग अप एंड डिसोल्यूशन, सेक्शन 63. Winding up of LLP may be either voluntary or by the tribunal, and LLP so wound up may be dissolved. No. One question should be asked from your side. So what is the tribunal? Tribunal is like a court, but tribunal is for a specific act. Just say for example Companies Act, Income Tax Act, they are tribunals. Actually लोगों को जब लगता है सरकार को यार बहुत सारे इश्यूज आने वाले हैं, then why go to the High Court, Supreme Court? You must solve the matter at the lower court. So it is the specific court for a specific act, this tribunal, right? So LLP may be wind up voluntarily, जब सब डिसाइड कर लें भैया खत्म करो बिजनेस, और by the tribunal. ट्रिब्यूनल में कोर्ट. तो कंपनी में भी LLP may be bound up. But question is important: in what are the cases, what are the circumstances in which LLP may be wound up by the tribunal? Section 64. This question has been asked in November 2020, and I think it may be asked in your attempt in May. So please mark is important. If LLP decides that LLP should be wound up by the tribunal, it means LLP says that there may be a dispute among the partners about the winding up procedure, so it may apply to the tribunal कि सब प्लीज आप प्रोसीजर डिसाइड कर दो कैसे वाइंड अप होना है, कैसे कैसे क्या क्या चीज बिकनी है. If for a period of more than 6 months the number of partner of LLP is reduced below 2, अगर 6 महीने हो गए और पार्टनर एक ही चल रहा है, but please note this one thing, that this point is may be, मतलब ट्रिब्यूनल कर भी सकता है और नहीं भी, may be includes may not be. If LLP is unable to pay debts, LLP is not solving debt, then in case tribunal may order for winding up. If LLP has acted against the interest of sovereignty and integrity of India, so something illegal working, then in case tribunal may order for the winding up. Okay, so you have query. Priyanka is asking, sir, this dissolution on conversion is mere in documents or the realization account is created to make the payment? बेटे these all assets should be converted into become the assets of LLP. एक्चुअली प्रोसीजर वही है, सिर्फ एक नेम प्लेट चेंज हो रही है, तो रिलाइज नहीं करेंगे उसको मेरे हिसाब से. तो कोई ऐसा नहीं है कि हमको बाजार में बेचना है. ठीक है. ट्रिब्यूनल आई हैव डिस्कस, शिवा आई हैव डिस्कस ट्रिब्यूनल बेटा. Foreign LLP means LLP incorporated, registered outside India, but having place of business in India. Clear, Sanyam? But Mr. Padletwala is asking, sir, for foreign LLP, there should be needed to designated partner also. Bete, listen, foreign LLP registered according to the law of foreign country. So that will be applicable. Shiba is saying, sir, why LLP wind up by tribunal? Okay. Tribunal is the court, like court. Then in these cases, tribunal will may interfere and give the order of winding up. Let's say if the LLP is not able to pay its debt, then how the business will be managed? There will be loss again and again in this case. Okay. Mansi sir, very much clear. Thank you, beta. Varun is saying, sir, financial disclosure is remaining to be taught. Matlab, I'm not getting what you want to ask, beta. Miss Bala Sanjana Lakshmi is asking, sir, how much mass question is this? Is it a direct or descriptive? देखिए, in LLP, up to this attempt, only direct question is asked of 5 marks. I have discussed last 5 attempts. I have discussed there in all the 5 attempts, 1 question is asked of 5 marks. That is direct question. No practical question is asked in this from this act so far. ठीक है, आगे बढ़ते हैं. One point, if LLP has made in a default in filing the registrar the statement of account which should be submitted which should be prepared within 6 months, and solvency or annual returns for any five consecutive financial years, 5 साल से कुछ हो ही नहीं रहा है, then company may be binded. And if the tribunal is of the opinion that it is just and equitable, that LLP should be binded. If there is some other reasons, then LLP think that this LLP should be binded up, then it may order for the binding. And rules for winding up and dissolution, section 65 says central government may make rules for the provisions in relation to winding up and dissolution of LLP, because CG is the regulating authority in case of LLP. Clear? We have discussed regulating authority, central government. Miscellaneous points. Business transaction of partners with LLP. Important point. Whether a partner can have a business transaction with LLP. The partner law says the partner may lend money to and transact other business with LLP, because partner and LLP have separate legal entity. ठीक है ना? So partner is like some other person, like a third person. So partner may lend the money or to transact other business with LLP and has the same rights and obligations in respect of loans or transaction as a person who is not a partner. So LLP और partner separate है. LLP के लिए LLP के जो क्रेडिट है वो पार्टनर से क्लेम नहीं कर सकते. LLP लायबल होगी इसके लिए. तो इस केस में जब LLP और पार्टनर्स हैव ए सेपरेट लीगल एंटिटी, तो पार्टनर जैसे अदर लोग बिजनेस करते हैं LLP से, उस तरह से LLP से बिजनेस कर सकते. द एप्लीकेशन ऑफ प्रोविजंस ऑफ कंपनीज एक्ट सेक्शन 67, क्या कंपनी के प्रोविजन LLP पे एप्लीकेबल होंगे? तो सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट बीइंग ए रेगुलेटिंग अथॉरिटी फॉर दिस एक्ट by notification in the official gazette direct that any of the provisions of Companies Act 1956, now it is Companies Act 2013, is specified in notification shall apply to LLP or shall apply to LLP with exceptions, modification, adoption as the may be. तो सिंपल सा फंडा यार ये कह रहा है, सेक्शन 67 ये कह रहा है कि भाई क्या कंपनी के प्रोविजन, भाई पार्टनरशिप पे तो मना कर दिया गया, the provisions of Partnership Act 1932 will not be applicable to LLP. But whether the provisions of Companies Act will be applicable to LLP, that will be decided by central government by giving notification in the official gazette. Clear? One question is asked from Pooja Swami. Sir, what is the annual return? But annual return is to be filed by the LLP annually after the completion of after the preparing of a statement of account and solvency, and this contains the information that this is a perfect format, prescribed format, and that should be filed by every ROC, every LLP to ROC within a specified time. ठीक है, उसमें क्या क्या होता है, सारे फाइनेंशियल स्टेटमेंट जाते हैं, डिटेल जाती है पार्टनर की बॉटम में, काफी डिटेल्स है। ठीक है, भूमिका आई हैव डिस्कस बेटा एनुअल रिटर्न। ऑफिशियल गजेटी मयूर, ऑफिशियल गजेटी लाइक इन ऑफिशियल कहते हैं गवर्नमेंट न्यूज़पेपर, कोर्ट का न्यूज़पेपर है जिसमें ऑल द नोटिफिकेशन आर पब्लिश्ड, द नोटिफिकेशन ऑफ गवर्नमेंट आर पब्लिश्ड, you can say in easy language. Next point, a copy of every notification proposed to be issued. देखिए, what we have discussed in section 67, the central government will decide whether which provisions of Companies Act will be applicable to LLP. But this notification should be led before the House of Parliament, before the each House of Parliament, both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, and for 30 days. And this 30 days may comprise of one session, two sessions, or more sessions. Then will be decided whether notification will be applicable or not. But if both houses are agreeing disapproving, that provision will not be applicable. The houses are agree in making any modification in the notification, then notification will be applicable only after those modification. यानी कि जो भी नोटिफिकेशन पास होना है, पास होने से पहले वो दोनों सदन में रखा जाएगा, लोकसभा में भी, राज्यसभा में भी। अब दोनों के विचार ये आते हैं कि ये नहीं एप्लीकेबल नहीं होना चाहिए तो कैंसिल, ये विचार आते हैं कि भाई ये चेंजेस के साथ होना चाहिए, कुछ चेंजेस करो इसमें, तो वो चेंजेस आते हैं। ठीक है बेटे। समीर सिंह, अब सुपर ओवर 1 मोर, अरे वेट कर बेटा, बिल्कुल सुपर ओवर मिलेगा तुझे, क्यों चिंता कर रहा है। सर्वेश इज आस्किंग सर, annual return and turnover of the company same? No beta, turnover is the number of transaction during the period. It may be in the form of sale, it may be on the service received, but annual return is format, is a formality to be submitted to ROC. Electronic filing of documents, section 68 says any document required to be filed, recorded, registered under this act may be filed, recorded, registered in the prescribed manner as per the LLP Act. And copy of any document electronically filed affixing digital signature with ROC be admissible as a valid evidence. Any information supplied by the registrar certified by him by affixing digital signature to be a true extract be admissible in evidence and be presumed unless evidence to the contrary adduced. Very simple. If any document is submitted electronically, that should be authenticated by digital signature and that will be considered as proper evidence. ठीक है, बहुत ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं है। Payment of additional fees, this is important. Any document or return required to be filed or registered with a registrar, if not filed, please listen. If not filed or registered in time, may be filed or registered after that time up to 300 days on payment of additional fees of 100 rupees per day. सपोज 30 डेज में फाइल नहीं कर पाते, 300 दिन में फाइल कर देंगे, लेकिन पेनल्टी कितनी लगेगी, 100 रुपए पर। ठीक है। डिस्टिंक्शन बिटवीन LLP एंड पार्टनरशिप फॉर्म, एक्चुअली दिस क्वेश्चन अभी तक पूछा नहीं गया, मेरे हिसाब से पट आ जाना चाहिए। वी हैव 15 points, but you must remember at least 10 points ना, out of 15. Basis LLP and partnership regulating act, LLP Act 2008, in case of partnership, Indian Partnership Act 1932. LLP is body corporate, but firm is not body corporate. LLP has separate legal entity, but not in case of partnership firm. LLP is created by legal process, that is registration is required, but partnership registration is not required. It is made as per the agreement. Registration mandatory in case of LLP, but not mandatory in case of partnership firm. LLP has perpetual succession, but not in case of partnership firm, because on the death of any partner, the firm may be dissolved. Name. In case of LLP, the word LLP or limited liability partnership should be affixed at the end of the name of the LLP, but no such guidelines for partnership firm. The liability of partner in case of LLP is limited up to the contribution, but in case of partnership, the liability of partner is unlimited. Mutual agency, every partner can bind the LLP by his own acts, but not other partners. But in case of partnership firm, each partner can bind the firm as well as the other partner. Designated partner in LLP, there at least should be 2 designated partners, but there's no provisions in the Partnership Act 1932. LLP may have common seal as official signature, but no provisions regarding common seal in the Partnership Act 1932. Legal compliances, only designated partners are responsible for all the compliances and penalties, but in case of partnership firm, all the partners are responsible for all the compliances and penalties under the Act. Annual filing of documents, LLP is required to file annual statement of accounts, statement of solvency, annual returns of LLP. But in case of partnership firm, is not required to file any annual documents. Foreign partnership, foreign nationals can become a partner in LLP, but foreign nationals cannot become a partner in case of partnership firm. Minor in case of LLP cannot be admitted in the partner LLP as a partner, but in case of partnership firm, minor can be admitted for benefits with the consent of all the other partners. So this was the differences. The 15 differences, I think you must have learned at least 10 points. Distinction between LLP and company. LLP is covered by LLP Act 2000 Act, but company is covered by Companies Act 2013. Members or partners, the person who contribute to LLP are called partners, but in case of company, they are called members. Internal governance structure, the internal governance structure of LLP is governed by agreement between the partners, but in case of company, internal governance structure of the company is regulated by a statute, that is Companies Act. Name, we have to affix LLP or limited liability partnership, but in case of company, we have to use limited or private limited as suffix. Number of members of partner LLP, there are 2 partners, minimum 2 partners, no maximum limit, but in private company, minimum 2 members and maximum 200 members. In case of public company, minimum 7 members, no limit for maximum. Liability of members is limited up to the contribution in case of LLP, but in case of company, liability of a member is limited up to the unpaid value of shares, or in case of company, limited by guarantee up to the amount guaranteed. Management, business of LLP managed by the partners, including the designated partners authorized in the agreement, but in case of company, affairs of company are managed by the board of directors. Minimum number of directors, in case of LLP, there should be at least 2 designated partners. In private company, there at least should be 2 directors. In case of public company, at least there should be 3 directors. So this is the end of the LLP, and the time for super over 4. But before, I'm just taking your queries, beta. Compliance statement to be filed, again explain कर दीजिए मॉड्यूल से. बेटे compliance statement, you don't need to be worried. You no need to be worried. Compliance statement submitted at the time of incorporation, it should be signed by advocate, company secretary, CA or CWA, and plus 1 person who has given his name to be a partner, which clearly give the declaration that all the requirements of rules and regulation regarding the incorporation of LLP has been complied. Actually इसलिए होता है ताकि उन्हें सब कुछ देखना नहीं पड़े. वो ये मानते हैं कि भाई ये CA है या CS है या एडवोकेट है, इसमें सारी चीजें चेक कर ली होंगी क्योंकि ये पढ़ा लिखा आदमी है, तो चेक कर ली होंगी तभी डॉक्यूमेंट सबमिट किए. ठीक है, एनी अदर क्वेरी बच्चों बताइए, फिर हम सुपर ओवर पे आ रहे हैं बेटा. Vidhi, designated partner, beta, we have decided designated partner in mentioned in section 7. Designated partners are the working partners who will do the working of the partnership LLP on behalf of LLP. आई थिंक ऑन दीज मेरे हिसाब से जो जितनी मैंने आपको ये पीपीटी या पीडीएफ दिए हैं दे आर सफिशिएंट फॉर योर एग्जामिनेशन पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. आई थिंक आई ट्राइड कंटेन एवरीथिंग और एग्जामिनेशन पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू सफिशिएंट है. प्लीज अच्छे से पढ़ लेना इसको. और हम लोग आ रहे हैं सुपर ओवर 4 पर. जब तक मैं 1 मिनट और वेट कर रहा हूँ, आप लोगों का कोई क्वेरी आ रही हो तो, अदरवाइज वी आर स्टार्टिंग सुपर ओवर 4. ओनली वन क्वेश्चन शुड बी आस्क्ड इन अकॉर्डिंग टू माय व्यूज. एक क्वेश्चन आना है इसमें से 5, और वो भी मेरे हिसाब से अभी तक जो चल रहा है ट्रेंड वो डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन का ही चल रहा है. तो आप प्लीज इसको उस हिसाब से पढ़ने की कोशिश कीजिए. डायरेक्ट एक क्वेश्चन आया, एक बच्ची ने पूछा था वंशिका ने, सर डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन क्या होता है, कैसे आएगा? बेटे देखो, डायरेक्ट क्वेश्चन में तो आपको उतना लिखना जितना पूछा जाता है. यू हैव टू मेन, तो फालतू बातें नहीं लिखनी है उसमें. यू जस्ट गिव द प्रोविजन व्हाट आर आस्क्ड. और क्या है, Mr. Padletwala is asking, sir, if we need to convert company or firm into LLP, we should need to add to designated partner also. Definitely, beta. When you are going to convert into LLP, then provision of LLP should be there ना. अगर आप मान लो कंपनी को कन्वर्ट कर रहे हो LLP में, तो LLP प्रोविजन फॉलो करने पड़ेंगे. और LLP के प्रोविजन के अकॉर्डिंग देयर शुड बी एटलीस्ट 2 डेजिग्नेटेड पार्टनर्स. क्लियर ना? भूमिका सेइंग नो डाउट सर, एवरीथिंग इज क्लियर. थैंक यू बेटा, समझ में आ गया, मेरा पर्पस पूरा हो गया. दीपांशी, लाइबिलिटी ऑफ कंपनी. बेटा आई थिंक लाइबिलिटी ऑफ कंपनी यू विल बी कवर्ड इन द कंपनीज एक्ट. आई थिंक हलीम मैम डेफिनेटली विल क्लियर. संयम इज सेइंग सर डायमंड क्लियर सर. ठीक है, थैंक यू बेटा. What about financial disclosures? Section 34. Financial disclosures. बेटे I have taken classes. 1 मिनट, 2 पॉइंट और रहेगा बच्चों के. सेक्शन 34. देखिए, सेक्शन 34 से कि you have to, every LLP have to prepare a books, proper books of accounts and should be maintained at the registered office. And after the end of financial year, within 6 months, that is up to 30 September, you have to prepare a statement of accounting and solvency. And within the specified time, you have to submit those statements to the ROC. If you don't, you will have the penalty. Simple funda. And section 31 says, अच्छा 31 नहीं है इसमें, मेरे ख्याल से जरूरत ही नहीं होगी 31 की. ओके, और क्या है? Sir, any mark deducted for spelling mistake may be deducted, definitely. Mithilesh is saying, sir, good morning. I think this is time. Good afternoon, beta. Okay, let's start the super over 4. Who shall sign the statement of account and solvency prepared by the LLP? By one partner authorized in this behalf, by at least 2 partners authorized in this behalf, by all partners, or by designated partners. आगे बढ़ते हैं. सेकंड क्वेश्चन. What is the periodicity of preparing the statement of account and solvency by LLP? Within 3 months from the end of each financial year, within 9 months from the end of each financial year, within 12 months from the end of each financial year, within 6 months from the end of each financial year. Third point. Circumstances in which LLP may be wound up by the tribunal. If for a period of more than 6 months, the number of partners of LLP is reduced below 2, if LLP is unable to pay its debt, if LLP has acted against the interest of the sovereignty and integrity of India, the security of state or public order, any of the above. Next, LLP shall, within the date of registration, inform the concerned register or firm or register company, as the case may be, about the conversion of particulars of the LLP. Next, beta, which schedule of LLP Act 2008 deals with the conversion of unlisted public company into LLP? What are the penal provisions for LLP if any LLP fails to comply with the provision of section 34 related to maintenance of books of account and with the records and other audits shall be punishable with? So, बेटे जब तक आपकी क्वेरी लेता हूं मैं, I think section 31 slide is missing from my notes, and definitely I will upload with a very easy language so that you if you read, you will clear the whistleblowing concept, section 31. ठीक है, so don't worry, I will upload. Common seal, beta, common seal just like signature, it is made of metal and it may be or may not be. It is not requirement, but LLP may use. When this stamp is pressed on the paper, the name of LLP is engraved. Karishma sir, there should be a session for how to present answer in the exam also, but I think I have already taken the presentation session. Date 10. On day 10, I have taken the presentation session. So I think you can go through the recorded lecture. When will be the Logeshwaran is asking, sir, when will be the portion covered fully? Because I want to know the tab gap for revision. बेटे अब ये तो कहना मुश्किल है. I think you should go for schedule. Schedule में सब चीज mention होगी बेटा. सर सपोज 31 मार्च 2022 को फर्म डिसॉल्व होने वाली है, उससे पहले एनी पार्टनर डाई, देन उसका शेयर तो उसका शेयर ऑफ प्रॉफिट है, उसका क्या होगा? बेटे अगर कोई फर्म 31 मार्च 22 को डिसॉल्व होने वाली है, उससे पहले पार्टनर की डेथ हो जाती है, तो जहां तक डेथ हुई है वहां तक का शेयर उसका क्या होगा? उसके जो लीगल है उसको मिल जाएगा, उतना हिस्सा. Okay. Let's start with the answers. Who shall sign the statement of account by designated partner? Right? Next. Within 6 months. 6 महीने के अंदर होना है. ठीक है. नेक्स्ट. एनी ऑफ द अबव. ट्रिब्यूनल किसी भी केस में हमें वाइंड अप कर सकता है एलएलपी को. नेक्स्ट. कितने दिन में इन्फॉर्म करना है? 15 दिन में. कन्वर्जन के लिए, ओनली फॉर कन्वर्जन. राइट. Which schedule of LLP Act 2008 deals with the conversion of unlisted public company? That is fourth schedule. And last is penalty 25,000 से 5 लाख. So the person who gave the all correct answer, Mr. Kushagranath Tiwari. Congratulations, Mr. Patladwala. No, your first answer is wrong, beta. Sorry. और देख रहा हूँ बच्चों में किसके आंसर सही आए हैं. मनीषा टहलानी, बेटा कॉन्ग्रेचुलेशन. और पूजा स्वामी, congratulations. And congratulations all others. And definitely, I think all of you have enjoyed the class. I will upload the today's test and also section 31. I think by the evening I will upload. Don't worry, and all the best, all of you. Definitely you will pass your exam. So, miss you all. Thank you so much. This is from my side. Thank you, beta. Thank you so much.